I just do me, but they sound too much. Chosen one, I don't ever get too far. And my mama said I'm special. If I don't trust you, shoot your metro. Future looking bright, nigga got that glow. Professor X, nigga, all the gifts I show. My life like a movie shot off the hit show. Me and blessed hands make a bitch get low. James Willis, DJ CEO. Dave hit record, now we on beast mode. Let's go.
Yeah, welcome back to the Hit Show podcast. We back, we live. Yeah, happy New Year to everybody. Tonight is going to be an open discussion. If you'd like to come in, I just put the link in the comment section. So if you're on Chef Darius' page, Darius Jackson on Facebook, Chef Darius on YouTube, Antoinette B's page on Facebook, 20 Shades of Modeling Group, her regular Facebook page, Antoinette Barkley, or the Hit Show page on Facebook, YouTube, or my personal page on Facebook, James Willis CEO. If you see that StreamYard link in the comment, you can hit that link, follow the instructions, and then you can come in, chime in. Just when you chime in, if somebody's talking, just let them finish, then we'll introduce you. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about, New Year's. Of course, the Young Thug trial update. Tory Lanez just had a new jail call leaked. And to Kelsey Harris, and a little bit about Megan Thee Stallion. So, happy New Year to everybody. I'm gonna let Antoinette go first and tell us about your New Year's and what's your New Year's resolution.
My New Year's was great. It was good. I really don't do the New Year resolution thing. I just kind of go forward,
Gotcha.
I don't try. I just learned, I used to do that, but when you get older, you just be like, in your head the things that you want to accomplish, you get it done. I feel like if you talk about it too much, sometime it slows you down. Just do it. That's that. This year I'm just doing it. I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna do it.
You know what? I understand that because I made some New Year's resolutions that didn't happen the way I planned them. So I think it's better for me to say, you know what, I'm just gonna do it instead of writing it down. But I don't think there's nothing wrong writing it down because it's kind of like you said, What do you think, Darius?
Y'all both right. Ain't nothing wrong with writing it down and kind of like putting it down for visualization purposes, if you will. But like Antoinette said, I'm the same way. I'm just gonna do it. And I guess so the resolution was just to be better than I was the year before. But it ain't no specific goal or anything in my mind I have.
Right, same with me.
Happy New Year to everybody. Leave me a comment and tell me if you want to tell me what your New Year's resolution is when you come on here. But first, we got to get into this Young Thug situation. If y'all have been following it, I follow it a lot as much as I can. It's not looking good for him. I'll say that. And I got to give it to him. He ain't copped out yet. He ain't took no plea deal. Hey, he's thugging it out. He a thug for real because he could have been said, you know what? I'm going to just take my plea. I'll take 20 years. They going to give him the max. So for all you Young Thug fans, that's very unrealistic and he's going home free. When you have people taking plea deals on a RICO case, that automatically says the big guy is guilty. Even if you had nothing to do with what's going on and you take a plea deal, okay, so he's guilty. That's how they look at it at a RICO case. That's how they look at it. They asked Gunna on the stand, is YSL a record label and a gang? He said yes. That's all they needed. They needed one person to say yes. They really don't even need a trial. I don't even know why they're going to trial. Be honest, if I was Thug right now, I said, you know what, just give me the 20. You might as well. Because at least if you do 20, you got a chance of getting out with good behavior in like 15. You got a chance of doing good behavior. If you go in there getting a degree and start teaching people maybe how to read and stuff like that, they'll drop your time. If he was smart, I would do that.
But in the Fed? He's going to the Feds, correct?
No, this is a state RICO case.
It's a state RICO case.
Okay.
As I'm saying,
he got a chance to fight it if he take it to trial, which I think he will take it to trial. I don't think he gonna play out like everybody else. And
If he was smart,
and you're exactly right, because they really want him to be the fall guy. They want to make an example out of him. So it ain't like they probably even offering him anything, to be honest. It's like, nigga, you going down, and we don't even want to do shit with
right?
you unless you're just gonna admit to all this shit, like you've been talking in this music. You know what I'm saying? So I think they just want to make an example out of Thug.
Yeah, and the thing is that district attorney, she said she was going to target gangs. This the same lady that was going after Donald Trump. So she's not really somebody you want to play with. I was watching an interview with Jeezy, and he was like, "Thank God we ain't had this district attorney when I came out, because they all be locked up. BMF, Jeezy, he got lucky. They be gone."
Shit,
So
BMF did get locked up.
Jeezy didn't know. A lot of them didn't get locked though. All of them ain't get locked up.
Yeah.
Jeezy didn't do a day. But you got to think, with this whole YSL, you got other ties in it. You got the YF and Lucci situation. Young Thug had somebody shoot at the man's mom, and then he made a damn song and talked
I was
about it.
about to say that's different, because BMF and Jeezy and all of them, they rappers did talk about that street shit, but they was vague. These new rappers is like telling the fucking truth, nothing but the truth, so help them God. And they like doing it in real time too. They'll kill a nigga, and then the same night go to the studio and make a song. Like, this drill shit getting real. Like, and they putting targets on their own back, to be honest, by doing that. So I ain't even mad. At first I was mad at the police for using that shit against them, but it's like, y'all giving them the evidence anyway. It's dry snitching to me, but it's more than dry snitching, for real, for real. It's like you telling you snitching when you putting that shit in the songs. Especially like with Bobby Shmurda. I don't know if y'all remember Bobby Shmurda's case when they had the GS9 situation. Like, he rapping about all his niggas killing other niggas in the song. So they using that song Hot Nigga to tie everybody else's name to murder cases in the city. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, niggas is just doing too much. We gotta chill out. We gotta take it back to the days of being vivid and storytelling and doing that,
I was
but
about to
still
say that
having
exactly.
the artistic ability to not tell the exact dirt, because you snitching at that point. That's what I'm calling that shit now.
Exactly. But you know what? Like you said, they do it in the 90s and 2000s, in the 80s, but it was storytelling. Like, they kind of took some of the story
Yeah.
and made up a fake one and mixed it together. They didn't really
Yep.
they kind of told, but they didn't.
These
Now
niggas couldn't.
they telling actually what they did.
Mm-hmm.
They put it on social media and in the studio, and then talking about, oh, somebody gonna snitch on me. You done snitched on yourself already. You
Put the
if somebody
name of the
on
nigga
you.
you killed. You put the date, the location, the type of gun you used. Then you made a catchy slogan about the nigga. You smoking the nigga now in your pack. Like,
Exactly.
you giving these niggas literally all the evidence in the world to work with.
And the thing is, this the thing,
At least change the nigga name up.
right? Like, if you're gonna be an artist and say things that are in the street, be smart. Like, okay, Too Short. He said he grew up around a lot of pimps, so he told their stories. He wasn't really pimping, but if he was, he's not gonna tell on himself. He's telling stories of what he's seen growing up. And that's how a lot of rappers, even if they were in the streets, they're not gonna tell you everything, especially like the dirty shit. Because they're trying, if they out the hood, why would they want to go back? You know what I'm saying? But these rappers, to stay relevant, they want to do the drill shit. They want to do the ignorant shit, and they keep seeing rappers getting indicted, and they keep doing it, which tells me there's a mental health problem in the community. It's a bad mental health problem if you seeing your peers going to jail over music, and you do it too, and you and you're actually doing the things, and you're putting it in the music and on social media, something's wrong with you. Because these record labels aren't going to bail you out. They'll put all the money behind you for you to say this ignorant shit and dumb shit, but they won't bail you out. So that's my take on it. But this Young Thug shit, leave a comment. He ain't getting off. I was thinking at first he had a chance, but as much as I've been following this trial, there's no way he is getting off. There's too many people. There's only 2 guys who said we ain't telling. And I got respect for them two. Them 2 guys, the judge said, "Are you sure?" Y'all look up the clip. He even said, "I can't promise you it's gonna come out well." He told him pretty much, "You ain't getting off. Take this little probation and go about your business." His lawyer stood up and said, "Nope, he won't be taking it." Said he's a brave man because I took that probation. So him and another guy, they're not copping out. So it's 2 guys right now, and they can't be older than 27, 28. I don't think. Man, them guys ain't gonna get out till they 50-something years old. Because they gonna go down with Thug. If they all go to trial, they gonna just give him. Thug gonna get a little bit more time because they look at him as the kingpin. But them 2 guys ain't gonna have too much less time. But everybody else gonna be at home. Gunna giving out Christmas gifts and money. He get giving out Christmas.
Upstanding citizen.
Yeah, dancing, working, and everything. Yeah, crime stop. But you know what? He never was a street guy in the first place. And honestly, I don't think he had nothing to do with that shit anyway. So what is he supposed to do in that situation?
Yes, he did. That nigga benefited off that shit. He was talking all that gangster shit and all that street shit because he felt safe enough to do it because he was with them gangsters or street niggas and knew what they was doing. So, like, I see why they pulled that nigga in for the Rico shit. But I understand why that nigga told because he really just a fucking rapper. He ain't no street nigga for real.
No, he grew up in Sandy Springs. He ain't no.
No, he like a rapper. Like he want to be a pop star ass nigga. So he ain't sticking to no street code shit. He doing anything to keep himself free to be able to pursue his artistry. That's what he on.
All right, Antoine, in this situation, if you knew
you already know I don't believe in switching.
You know I was gonna ask.
You already know.
Hey, I tried to get her a couple of weeks ago. Same question, because y'all know Antoinette is a community activist. But look, she's the only community activist I've ever met that says, "You know what? I don't condone snitching."
I don't. I don't condone it.
I don't condone it if we all agree to go do something together. If we all agree to go do something, we get caught, keep your mouth shut. If you come pick me up and this car is stolen, you got guns, weed, and you didn't tell me, I'm telling on your ass. And that ain't snitching because you set me up for failure.
You still know what type of nigga you with at that point, James. That's the situation with Gunna when he riding around with Thug and he know them niggas got guns and shit all in the car and drugs.
Right, he could take a left.
Like the real person to be like they don't have nothing to do with it and go ahead and do their time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, but if you ride in a car with somebody and you know that they carry a gun, I mean, you kind of, and you know they got dope and weed on them. I mean, why are you riding with that person? You shouldn't. I mean, anything can happen. 9 times out of 10, most people don't even have driver's license. So you gonna jump in the car with somebody who probably didn't have driver's license, no insurance, with a gun, with weed, with whatever, and then you gonna say, well, if that person ain't man enough or woman enough to say, hey, this person don't got nothing to do with it. I mean, it's just like, well, you kind of set your own self up, don't you think? Why were you even in the car with that person?
Well, it's the thing. It depends on what type of friends you got. Okay, I got different kind of friends. I got friends that just do 9 to 5. I got friends who are into some other stuff. It kind of depends though. If you got friends that into some other shit, but you don't be with them when they on the other shit, but that's still your friend and y'all hanging out, it's kind of like that. You know, kind of like this is my guy. I don't do what he do, but we about to go get some meat. We about to go kick it. You know, and you with the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. And they making money together, so he got to be with them. Yeah, that's who he
Well,
signed.
I'm gonna follow you. You go ahead. I'm gonna follow you.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
gotta
getting in
think
the car.
about it, James.
We can meet there. I don't have to get in the car with you. We can meet there.
They got Gunner for a window. He had a window tint. It was too dark. That was it. That's it. He's never been in the courtroom. Come on.
No, Gunner was in the car when Young Thug had them damn guns and shit with him behind him. That's
But
what that nigga snitched about. He snitched about knowing if these niggas had them guns in the car behind them, and if YSL was a drug organization. That's what his plea deal was.
But see, this the thing with that. Why are you asking him when you already know you've been watching these guys for 10 years? Why are you even pulling him into it?
Nigga, that's part of the case.
No.
They gotta build a case.
It.
These niggas need to stop dry
to,
snitching and telling on themselves. That's what the fuck these niggas need to
do.
do.
This is the problem. You want him to snitch and you got the evidence. That ain't fair. If you got the evidence, why you want people to snitch when you've been watching the guys for 10 years? Some of them guys in YSL are probably informants anyway and going to be protected in prison. So they already knew they had guns and drugs. So why you got guns? And this boy is from the suburbs. He ain't from the project. He just rapping and making some money. You didn't have to get him to snitch because you've been watching. If you watch somebody for 10 years, when this whole situation with the guns and the drugs, Gunner didn't come until what, 2015? Young Thug been out since 2012, 13 already. He was already out there still in the streets established. So they knew what he was doing before Gunner even came. They shouldn't did that. They know damn well.
Gunner got some culpability too. Gunner got some culpability.
I don't
Gunner be claiming he a Crip, all that shit.
He ain't no damn Crip.
That's what he be claiming.
From where? They don't have gangs in Sandy Springs.
I don't know. That's what I be saying. I don't know how these niggas be claiming shit.
Man, he was around some Crips. How he a Crip? Thug is a blood. That don't even make sense.
That's what I used to say. Like, but the music raw. So
and
niggas don't care. Gunner's
Thug,
so raw in music, niggas don't care.
Young Thug know that nigga ain't no Crip because Young Thug is an active blood. He was a real blood. So I doubt that. Well, no, I take that back because YSL is they do have Bloods and Crips in YSL. Yeah, they do. That's why their colors is green. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, but he ain't no Crip. We know he ain't no damn Crip. So, see, that's why man. But you know what? Gunner home, he got his probation. But this the part that sucks. Even though some of them guys at home, they still, if the prosecutors call them during trial, they have to testify. So they're not off yet. So they're gonna make every last one of them guys that got that probation sit and testify on Young Thug because they already got the probation. So you can't go back on it and say it's YSL a gang and record label. Now if he say no, then what? His probation's out the window. They probation, if they don't testify against him, all they probation, they're gonna throw that shit out.
He could be like, I guess he could plead the fifth because that would incriminate him. I heard
from what I'm hearing on that part that because he stopped already deal. I don't think he's gonna plead the fifth.
No, they're gonna use him to tie them guns in the car when him and Young Thug got pulled over. That's what they gonna bring Gunner in for.
They might.
Watch. I think that's what they gonna bring him in for.
They said his brother took the plea deal. His nigga brother said, "Fuck that, I'm gone." I know the one dude I kind of feel bad for was the co-founder, but he was locked up damn near the whole time. He just got out recently. He was in prison for like 7 years, 8 years. And he had got out, was working, got a job, take care of his family. And throughout this whole time, he was pretty much locked up. And they brought him in on the case, and he was like, I was locked up. Why am I in on the case? Just because he co-founded it with Young Thug. Which I don't understand. If he in prison, there's nothing he can do, really. And all the calls are recorded. Unless they got something.
Let me tell you something. People can do things in prison, okay?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know they can.
Okay, people can do things in prison. Just because he was locked up don't mean he ain't had nothing to do with it. Ain't no telling what he was doing, what he was saying. He probably already had a phone in there. You just never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you will be surprised.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's a lot going on in this trial. When some of these YSL guys had cell phones, they were tapped. That's how good this case is. Some of these guys that had them jail phones and all that, everything was tapped. That's why these guys are taking these plea deals, because they know we caught. It's too much evidence. They know if they go to trial, they're probably not ever going to get out. If they do get out, they're going to be 60-something years old. What are you going to do then? You know what I'm saying?
Do your time, because you shouldn't have did the crime.
But see, a lot of them ain't do nothing. They just on the label.
These niggas was doing shit, James.
Not all of them. I don't believe 28.
They was rapping about. That's what I'm mad about. That these niggas was rapping about the shit that they was doing and literally making it so easy for the fucking prosecutors. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really much you could say about all the underlings and street niggas as far as them having accountability, because they not rappers. But the rapper niggas, it was like 5, 6 of them. These niggas was on some rapping and telling all the details and all the extra shit that they shouldn't have been fucking saying.
I ain't never listened to them.
I'd be mad as fuck if I was one of the goons and I walk in the studio, I hear this nigga talking about a killing I just did last week. I'm like, nigga, you gotta take that shit the fuck out. You tripping. The fuck?
Yeah, but a lot of these guys want that street credit, so they thought because they was with
they don't think that. Yeah, they don't think as far ahead as they need to. They just living in the moment, killing niggas.
They thought they were safe. They thought they were safe because they was with Young Thug. He was talking that shit. And the one they got jammed up for something. I think it was like 8 or 9 of them, and they had to get bailed out. I think it was $50,000 a piece, and Young Thug paid for all it out. So they thought, shit, if we ever get in trouble, we good. Shit, not on the RICO. Yeah, that lawyer expensive on the RICO. Shit, you got to have Young Thug money. If not, you getting a public defender, and you gonna take that plea deal. The young Thug lawyer, he already set for life.
Yeah,
he already set with this case. He been paid. If you listen to Young Thug, he already said he paid the lawyer $2 million for the killing. He already paid him. So, and Young Thug is cool, real cool with his lawyer. His lawyer I don't know. His lawyer just ain't tell him, hey, some of this shit you need to stop saying in these songs. Because he a lawyer. He had to know they was watching him. He had to.
Man, he don't give a fuck. He wanted his client to get in trouble so he could work for him.
Man.
They don't give no fucks.
They definitely don't.
They don't care.
Because at the end of the day, they getting their job is to, you pay them to handle your case. If you don't have no cases, they don't get paid.
No money.
But he should be set for life off this one. As much as I'm sure Young Thug can pay his ass.
He making this nigga work so hard. He like, damn, nigga, you gotta pay me, bro.
He didn't pay him already.
The killings and all this other shit. So
he already gave him $2 million. He didn't said it in the song. He been paid him. This is before the RICO came up. He been paid him. He said it in the song.
He done paid this nigga more than $2 million.
Yeah, because he knew he was gonna get trouble.
He paid him more than $2 million.
Which is crazy. Why would you want to pay it? Why you could have saved that money and not get no trouble? See, something wrong with these guys mentally. So I knew something.
That ain't necessarily true, James. You got to think about it. Everybody ain't cut from the same cloth. Some people are literally just, they understand the negative aspects of life and being positive. Some people have gotten rich and changed their families' lives and done positive things by doing negative in this world. So a lot of street niggas is like, they put themselves in a mindset where I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna have to be this way to make sure the community straight or my people straight or my family straight. So I don't never try to down them too much for getting in that state of mind of doing what they gotta do to come up. It's the extra stupid shit, like the flexing and the snitching on yourself. That's where these niggas be fucking up at, and that's because they be high.
It's
Off
the
that lean
mental.
shit.
It's mental. Something mentally ain't right with you. Because most criminals know the law. Most criminals know if I do this, I get X amount of years. If I got this amount of money with this lawyer, they already know. So to know all of that and y'all still putting shit on blast in songs and on social media means something's mentally wrong with you. Something's wrong with you.
They high.
No, it's past high. Something's mentally wrong. You're not high all the time.
Fuck.
Hell, you can be
I
high.
don't think nothing mentally wrong with them. I don't think they
Man,
mentally challenged or
wrong with
fucking
if you
slow.
go
or
out
nothing.
here,
They
if you
not
go to the
stupid.
street and rob the store, put it on social media and go make a song about it, something's mentally wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. If I go do some dirt right now, I'm not telling nobody. I'm especially not on social media. If you do, something's wrong with you. Something you're literally committing crimes and not making the police do their job by putting it online, making songs. They don't even have to do their job. They got a whole team. They just sit in the office and watch your social media. All they can be at home like we are right now.
That's
and
all they do.
Watch your they getting paid. They can pay me because these niggas so stupid. I'll sit there and watch these stupid niggas do. Go ahead. They gonna put it on social media. They shot somebody last night. Now they dancing. They doing dance songs and making challenges of a killing a nigga, and they putting it right online. And I could be at home making 50 grand a year watching you tell on yourself.
I was
Something
in the
wrong with you.
courtroom one time and I saw the detective make a whole fucking presentation off of Facebook. Like he was building the foundation of his case off of fucking Facebook profiles and posts and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching this shit. I'm like, this shit crazy. These niggas literally using Facebook.
Commit right before the music industry because they was gonna kick him out anyway. He made the song Hip Hop Police. He was telling all the rappers, the record labels didn't put no money behind this music when he put that song out. He warned this was 15 years. No, that was 17 years ago. I believe 2005. Hip Hop Police. He told us then. Nobody paid attention to him. They're like, yeah, whatever, ain't no hip hop police. Now you see, you niggas getting locked up. And you know the sad part about this is they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep making their drill music. They're gonna keep making their killing music. If you're gonna make the music, be a rapper that lie. Like the old rappers. Just make up a whole bunch of shit. Because if you notice, if you think about it, because this is the argument with all you podcasters I have. They're indicting them on lyrics. If that was the case, every rapper right now would be RICO'd. That tells you most of these rappers are lying. Because if you really do something, commit a crime, and you put it in a song and on social media, and you admit to it, that's all they need. That's all they need. So that tells you most rappers are lying. They ain't doing that shit. They lying. So stop saying they're indicting them on lyrics. No, they're indicting them on lyrics on shit they actually did. That's why they're in jail. And that's where you're going to be. If you stupid enough to kill somebody, talk about it in the song, put it on social media, you stupid enough, you deserve to go to jail. If you're that stupid, that's where you need to go because something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. That's where you need to be at. That's exactly where you need to be. You might well commit the crime and go turn yourself into the police station if you're that stupid. And then you want to talk about people snitching on you. You somebody can't snitch on you if you didn't already told on yourself.
Yeah.
They all they doing is just verifying information. They already know you did it. You done told on yourself already. I wish we had a video of that prosecutor pulling up, doing a presentation. I wonder if that's online. I'd
Or
like
playing all his music videos and shit.
I'd like to screen share that for all the rappers. I'd like to screen share that for them and let them watch it. But you know they still would do it. They stupid. They ain't got sense. They still gonna do it. I don't understand it. But y'all leave me a comment about the Young Thug trial. Tell us what you think. Internet, what you think about that? I'm just, and then we're gonna go to the next subject. These criminals ain't smart nowadays. They just not smart.
I don't know. I just really don't know what to think about it. I mean, I feel bad. I don't know. I just don't believe in snitching. I just feel like, if you were involved and you rapped about it, they shouldn't even have gave you a probation. They shouldn't even have gave you probation. If you rapped about it and it's in your songs, what makes you different than Young Thug? Slim, I mean, what is his name? Yeah. What makes him different? What makes you different than Young Thug? You rapped about it too. So you're free and you rapped about it and you seen and you did. You're just as guilty. I don't understand that. But I'm not gonna snitch on it. I don't know. I just don't believe in snitching. I just don't believe in snitching. You did the crime, do your time. No matter how long the time is. If I broke the law, I'm prepared to do my time. What you do in the dark always come to light. I mean,
Exactly.
you got they were, a lot of the stuff that they were doing could be from being on drugs, not really thinking it out. I mean, a lot of popping pills and ecstasy, that stuff take you to a whole nother level. I've never done it, but I've known people. I mean, you don't be in your right mind a lot of times, not making an excuse, but I just don't feel like, you should be snitching. I just feel that's wrong. I just feel that's wrong. I just feel I'm a loyal person. I just feel it's wrong to be snitching. I do.
You know what, Antoinette? You're a dirty community activist. You know that. I'm just playing.
No, I'm being honest. Because I tell my kids all the time, like my kids, we don't snitch. Like, mind your business. I mean, call me wrong or whatever, but mind your business. Like I tell my kids all the time, y'all mind your business. Do what you gotta do. I get them prepared for the police and everything. Like, I just don't believe in snitching. Maybe because I used to be in the streets and I've changed my life, but change your life. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to continue to be walking down that path. And if you're going to continue to walk down that path with all the money that you're making from rapping, then you deserve to be where you're at because you could have changed your life.
Yeah. And what's his name? When he was, I remember when Young Thug was on $1 million worth of game. Wallow must have had a tip and said, "Hey, Thug and them going down." Because if you watch the video, he knew,
Right. Yeah.
and he was warning them like, "Stop, you." Excuse me. You already in trouble, so you might as well just stop. That's what he was
Right.
kind of trying to tell him. And Young Thug knew he ain't stupid. What kind of? But he knew, but he has to play it off on camera.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Young Thug, I'll be honest, I think he knew it was coming. I think he knew because he was doing a lot of dirt. And even if he wasn't doing it directly, you got 20-some guys a part of your record label and y'all a gang or whatever y'all are. He connected to the streets. Young Thug knew what was going on. He knew what was going on. And he blood affiliated. Like, nigga, you got a lot of street shit. I remember me and Darius was in Atlanta. We was at this club and we was in East Point. We was right by Cleveland Avenue in his neighborhood. And we went to the gas station after the club, and I'm in there talking to the clerk. And this first time I seen the Migos on the potato chips. I'm like, man, I love the Migos. And the dude behind me was like, "Yeah, the Migos cool, but Young Thug, he out here for real. I don't even know who this nigga is, but we in this Young Thug neighborhood." I'm like, okay, I don't really listen to him like that. But he's like, no, the Migos ain't out here. Young Thug really out here. I'm like, okay.
He was like, you know, the young thug from
That
the
nigga
block
out
for
there
real.
for real. He was out there for real.
Mhm.
So he knew this Rico was coming. He knew it was coming. I seen an interview today with Young Thug's dad. I ain't gonna play it. Might play it on the next podcast. But it was good to hear his dad and what his dad had to say. But his dad, of course, coming to his defense and saying there's no gangs in Atlanta. He more saying it's like it's not a gang, it's a family. But when you throw in gang signs and you have colored rags, you're considered to be in a gang. So you can't say you a family if you throw in gang signs and you have flags. That's not a family, that's a gang. So it was nice to hear from his dad, be positive about everything, but he know his son going to jail.
You
He
saw
know.
what his sister posted. Thug acronym stands for
Yeah,
truly humble under God.
yeah, truly humble under God. That's not what thug means. So to the young generation, please understand that's not what thug means. Thug, no. If
That's what
thug,
it mean to her.
if that's what it really meant, he wouldn't be in court. Okay, if he was, don't listen to that dumb shit. Okay, don't listen to that stupid ass shit. Please, don't believe everything you see on the internet. Don't follow these rappers. Some of these rappers really are on the street, and you see where they end up.
Yep.
They either end up in prison or they end up in the damn casket. That's where they really end up. Boosie told y'all you can't be a rapper and a gangster at the same time. He warned all the rappers. Boosie got out of his shit and he told y'all don't be a rapper and a gangster. And he ain't been in trouble since.
Listen, that's it. All y'all niggas got to do is just listen, because these rappers is living examples. They showing y'all niggas like, you want to get in this game, you got to move this way. You can't be doing dilly dabbling, doing both. Get all the way out the streets. Or if you in the streets still, don't talk about it. Just fucking rap. Nigga, be a rapper. You don't gotta
Exactly.
tell street stories and fucking be snitching on your partners or putting them in the song and making it hot for them. Now you making the block hot. You making your ops mad, and now everything hot because you just want to fucking tell on yourselves. Like, just keep it separate then if you still gonna be in the streets and having to rap. But niggas don't learn, like you said, because we see every fucking couple months is somebody else getting killed or getting locked up.
Yep. And
Most definitely.
rest in peace to Gangsta Boots. He passed away yesterday. So
Yes.
Rest in
uh,
peace.
Rest in peace.
I'm not 100% sure what it was over, but damn, that's one of my favorite rappers. I love 3 6 Mafia. So rest in peace to her. We're gonna get into this whole Tory Lanez thing. Y'all give me 1 second.
Okay.
And if you're watching, share the video. Do me a favor, leave us a comment, no matter where you're watching. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, no matter whose page, just leave a comment, share the video. We're going to this next clip.
I can't hear it.
Is it playing?
No, I didn't hear nothing.
Did y'all hear the audio?
No. Uh,
Okay, it must have been technical because I got it hooked up. But pretty much, Tory Lanez called this. I guess the first time he was in jail when Megan first got shot, and he was pretty much saying he was talking to Kelsey Harris, which is Megan's friend, and saying how drunk he was. He can't believe how drunk he was, and that wouldn't happen if he got drunk. But he didn't actually. It's hard because it's not like he said he shot her, but I still think the other girl, because the other girl did have gun residue on her hands. I think they was fighting and then it went off. That's just what I think. You know, so I don't know if he's just not saying that and being a man, but maybe he should have snitched. You know what I'm saying? Because he about to do all that time by himself. You know, they want to do an appeal, but with that clip, they're gonna make it hard. They're gonna make it hard for him to do an appeal, even though he didn't directly say, "Hey, I shot her." You
how
know,
much
He said
time did
enough.
he get?
say what? I'm not sure. I think they said he can get up to 22 years.
He said enough though. He was too apologetic. Just comparing his whole like spiel throughout the whole situation, he was too apologetic, whereas Kelsey wasn't apologizing for shit. And Kelsey even had prior police reports pointing the finger at that nigga. So he just fucked up from the jump. He should have, like you said, he should have been saying like, I ain't shoot shit. I don't know what the fuck happened. I ain't did shit. I ain't apologizing for shit. Y'all motherfuckers was drunk. Y'all was tripping. That's how he should have played it. But he was playing that guilt shit. So he obviously did some shit that he felt guilty for. Wasn't nobody else apologizing for the whole situation and how the night went down, except for that.
Exactly. It's all on. I don't know. It's fishy. It's fishy, and I feel like some things are missing. I just too many he say he says, and I don't like that. That's my problem. I don't like the he say she say stuff. So that was my problem with it. But um, if y'all want to watch that whole clip, it's actually on the Hit Show podcast page. If you couldn't hear it when I played it, just go to the Hit Show podcast page here on YouTube, and I got that whole audio clip. I'm actually gonna go ahead and post it so you guys can have it. I'm gonna here we go. I'm gonna put it in the comment section, and it's right there. So if y'all can see it right there, bam. That's it right there. The one I just posted with the YouTube link. That's the actual audio from him calling from jail to Kelsey Harris. So y'all can go ahead and watch that. Since YouTube don't want me to play it, obviously, or something, whatever's going on. But Antoinette, do you think he really guilty? It's fishy to me. Yeah.
Um, I mean, I think he did it. Like you said, he was just apologizing too much. I think he did it. I mean, I believe her. I believe her.
It's
I
just
don't,
it's too messy. Go ahead,
I
Darren.
don't
It's too
believe
messy.
Meg. I don't believe Meg all the way because she switched her story up so much. But looking back on it, I could see why she switched her story. It do make sense. Maybe she did want to protect them niggas, so she lied at that point. And then she was embarrassed about Party and all her sexual exploits, so she lied again on Gayle King. So I understand the human aspect of her lying, but at the end of the day, the motherfuckers wasn't apologizing. They might have been lying, and Kelsey might have been like, well, I ain't saying shit now at this point. She just
Right.
stopped talking, But at not one point in time did anybody involved apologize for that night, except for this nigga Tory. So a guilty conscience is just, it'll make you say some shit. Maybe Tory was smart enough to not be like, I shot you specifically, but he still was saying too much. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
he should have got on that fucking stand during the trial and lied his ass off. And he might have got
Yep.
off. Or told the truth if he didn't shoot him. But he should have got on that stand. He fucked up. That nigga fucked up.
I think his lawyer told him. His lawyer should have told him just maybe not to. He should have copped to a plea deal. Cause I'm gonna try to play this audio. Let me know when I play it if y'all can hear. I'm gonna try it one more time. Maybe YouTube don't want us playing it, but we're gonna try it. But let me know if y'all can hear it.
This is a free call from.
Can y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Enter jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call.
Can y'all hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Y'all got out safe and everything.
Huh?
Y'all got out and everything that occurred.
We're from the hospital. I'm out of the hospital.
What hospital y'all at?
Why what?
You said what?
You're listening to Street.
I said Megan was in the hospital, so I'm outside the hospital waiting.
What hospital are you at?
I don't know. Let me see. That feeder.
No problem.
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, bruh. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Deadass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, deadass, nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, so, whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, regardless, that's not gonna make anything right. And that's not gonna make my actions right, bro. But I'm just need to be sorry, bro. Never even move like that, bro. Like, never move like that at all, bro. Like, for real.
You know, there's a lot that happens.
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro. But man, this day, like, what happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
You're listening to Street TV.
it was just too drunk, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I got to the house, shorty, like, all top niggas, they gave me like off the door, like, you feel me? So I was out of there, like in there with niggas, like, you feel me?
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. We're gonna go back to it. So, what y'all heard so far? What do you think?
I mean, it sounds like he did it to me. He was apologizing. He was apologizing. Sound like he did it to me, and he was just, feeling bad, I guess, in his mind the next day or whatever.
Let's set the scene though. Like he calling her. They at the hospital for injuries, right? He apologizing for what he did. He keeps saying he ain't said shit about what they did. That's just, to me, that's you fucking up already. It's just setting the stage for like looking like you guilty, nigga. Already though. You could carry on. That's just what my initial thoughts is when I was hearing. I'm like, damn, nigga. You do some shit like that, you gotta play it like I ain't did shit. Y'all niggas gotta have the camera. Y'all gotta have me on camera. And even if you got me on camera, that wasn't me. Nigga. Y'all gotta have the DNA. Y'all gotta have everything. Because you ain't getting that shit from me.
I don't know. That phone call don't sound too good.
But niggas be fucking up when they got that guilty That's why me personally, I'm starting to believe he did it though. because he just got a guilty ass conscience though. Why the fuck would you call them? If they really was fighting each other and it got to the point where Kelsey shot Meg, I wouldn't feel bad. Maybe a little bit because he was talking too much and spilling the beans and gossiping like a female, but he a bitch ass nigga anyway. So in reality, he really wouldn't feel bad that he did that shit. That nigga feel bad because he grabbed the gun and went too far. That's what I'm starting to think.
Yeah. I still think, I don't know. I'm gonna play the rest of this shit because you know what?
But let me tell you. Oh, okay.
Let me play and we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
All right.
Y'all watching the hit show. This is the Tory Lanez leak call from jail to Kelsey Harris. Y'all can find this right there. I dropped it in the description, in the comments. Y'all can hit that link and go right to this leaked audio.
Shots past that time. I wasn't even there with niggas like, bro. I don't even remember what we was even arguing about, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, I didn't even. I was already fucked up by the time you got there, so I don't know how much.
It's like, but tell me what hospital she's in.
You're listening to Street TV.
I just told you, Peter Medical.
Alright, you ain't got my number, right? You ain't got my security number.
Quan, I do have his number.
You call this nigga Quan and tell this nigga, bro. You get a chance, bro. Just figure out what you gotta do to bail me out this shit.
Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm sorry again, bro. Like,
I think honestly, I think we're gonna try to, because obviously, like, the longer you're in there, the more hot it's gonna get. Because it's already on. Like, there's no names released yet, but the report is already out.
but like, out is what? What you mean out?
It's on some app. Megan's team is on top of this.
Yeah, but like, niggas don't. There's no way that Megan's on like the things.
What'd you say?
There's no way that Megan's like on the thing.
Listening to Street TV.
No. So far, none of that is there. But I mean,
yeah, I don't think it's gonna be one of those. If anything, the only nigga that's gonna get this backlash is me. It's not gonna be her. But
yeah,
but no, it is what it is. Regardless, if I get out of here today.
That nigga sound guilty.
All right. So, oh man.
Yeah.
Sounds like he admitted to it.
Yep.
It's funny how this audio is now just coming out. I'm just hearing of this today. So I guess they had this audio the whole time. The first time, I guess it was the first time, obviously, because she said she was still in the hospital. So this when the altercation happened, and they took him to jail. So they probably just went ahead and used that to file charges on him. Because when you're in jail, all the calls, niggas don't understand. The calls are recorded. They don't understand it.
But this is the thing. He went through all of that just to. I believe he called them because he didn't want them to say that he did it. So he called them to say, hey, I apologize. I'm sorry. Basically, when I get out, we're going to work through this. But fuck that. Ain't no working through that. You shot someone because y'all got in an argument. Now, if it was purposely, accidentally, why was it a gun even brought out? We will never know. But I just feel like he just was calling them so he could still be on their good side. And for her friend, she's something else. That's one thing, she turned on her, like, it's just no respect there for her. I don't even like the lady. I don't even know her. Like, how you gonna be letting somebody know where your friend is at the hospital, answering somebody's calls, you know, just being both sided. Megan is your friend. He, you know, you met Tory through Megan. That's not your friend. He
They
shouldn't even been able to call and have a conversation with you. Fuck that nigga. You shot
they
my friend. Is you crazy?
they
I'm not
thought.
even picking up the phone for you at all.
Look, do you think two women who know they're having sex with the same man have respect for each other?
So they were having
No,
sex for the same. They were having sex for the same with the same person.
he's hitting both of their ass.
Yeah, that's where the problem came in
That's why
because
they got to the fight.
what happened was Tory was fucking with Kelsey first, right? But Meg was friends with Tory, like you said. They was friends, but ain't nobody know that they was fucking. But Tory was like, shit, well, I'm just about to be fucking Kelsey then. And I think Meg still knew, and she was still fucking with Tory. And what happened was they went to Kylie Jenner's pool party, and this nigga Tory started talking to Kylie Jenner in front of both of them. And I think they got ghetto on that nigga. And then they got kicked out, and they started arguing with this nigga in the car, or maybe it was just one of them. And he said, "That's why I'm fucking both of y'all." And that's when they flipped the fuck out because now the cat's out the bag, and Kelsey know. So Kelsey started talking shit, and that's when the one witness said he saw two girls fighting. I believe Meg was just beating Kelsey ass because Kelsey looked fucked up for some reason. If you look at the new photos, looked like she got fucked up, like beat up, hands put on her. And I think that's what set it all off though, is because they was all kind of fucking with each other, but it just wasn't. It was the unspoken truth until this nigga Tory decided to like throw it in their face when they was all arguing in the car. So when he threw it in their face, they turned up on that nigga, and then he tried to flip the switch on them and get all like I think he tried to get like in pimp mode and like got the gun and all this other shit.
Power off.
Makes sense. Okay. Well, y'all comments. Tell us what y'all thought about the young thug Tory Lanez situation. Kelsey Harris, Megan Thee Stallion. It's all a hot mess. And we'll get with y'all next week.
All right.